The purpose of this video is to accompany the second half of the Module 9 assignment related to geologic time and the history of the Earth. We're going to be creating an alternative timescale using a 12-inch ruler in order to help get a better sense of the total history of the Earth and when major events on Earth occurred. So on our 12-inch timescale, inch 0 represents the formation of the Earth. So the Earth is then 0 billion years old. I'm going to be using the abbreviation B and M, B for billion, M for million. And the present day is at the end of the ruler. So here the Earth is 4.6 billion years old. Our goal is to take some major events on Earth and to do a little math in order to place them on this 12-inch timescale. For example, the dinosaurs went extinct about 65 million years ago, which sounds like a long time to you and I, and it certainly is relative to our lifespan. But compared to the age of the Earth, geologically speaking, 65 million years ago was a very recent event. So let's do a few calculations. I'm going to be using two examples from the Grand Canyon. The first is looking at the youngest rocks. The topmost rocks of the Grand Canyon are about 270 million years old. So the youngest, 270 million years old. For the rest of our calculations, we need everything in billions of years, and so to convert millions of years to billions, we take the number in millions of years, divide by 1,000. That gives us 0.270 billion years old. For the remainder of our calculations, we want to have the age or the timing of that event in terms of how many billions of years it occurred from the beginning. This is 0.27 billion years from present. We want to convert that to how many billions of years from the formation of the Earth. So to do that, we take 4.6 billion years. That's the total age of the Earth. Subtract our number, 0.270 billion years, and the result is 4.33 billion years. Then we do a little algebra to determine where on this 12-inch timescale that number lives. And that equation looks like this. It's in the instructions, it's given as the variable x. We take our new number here, 4.33 billion years, divide by the total age of the Earth, 4.6 billion years, and we multiply by 12 inches, and that turns out to be about 11.3 inches. So the youngest rocks at the Grand Canyon are about 270 million years old. However, in terms of when they occurred, it was a very recent event. 11.3 inches is approximately there. Present day is at 12 inches. The youngest rocks, despite being incredibly old compared to you or I, 270 million years, is a very recent event, geologically speaking. The next example is looking at the oldest rocks in the Grand Canyon. So the rocks down here at the bottom of the Grand Canyon are about 1.8 billion years old. So let's do oldest rocks, 1.8 billion years old. Here, we're given the age in billions of years, so we don't have to convert it to billions of years. There it is. So next we go to our calculation. Well, how long ago, when did that occur relative to the beginning of the Earth? We take the total age of the Earth, 4.6 billion years, subtract 1.8 billion years, which works out to be 2.8 billion years. So these rocks were formed 2.8 billion years into the history of the Earth. Where does that occur on our ruler timescale? We take x, we take our new number, 2.8 billion years, divide by the total age of the Earth, 4.6 billion years, multiply by 12 inches, and we get 7.3 inches. So the beginning of the ruler represents the formation of the Earth. The end of the ruler represents present day, and these rocks formed a little bit more than halfway through the history of the Earth. Okay, I hope that helps with you working out your examples. If not, send me an email and I'll do my best to clarify. Thanks.